Hello everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up with another layout for 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. It is day 10, and this is the sketch in the top right hand corner, and this sketch is by Brooklyn Ruff. And everything I know about Brooklyn will be linked in the description box down below, and I will also link to the 30 Days of Sketches Facebook group where you can find all of these exclusive sketches. They've all been designed for 30 Days of Sketches by the people who participate in 30 Days of Sketches. So super fun. You will have heard this spiel a million times already because this is day 10. But yeah, they're beautiful sketches and I'm really enjoying working my way through them. So this one, I am sticking fairly close to the sketch. I am using 3 photos, not 2. But the basic design I'm definitely sticking to. I am using mostly the Indigo Mist collection from Rosie's Studio. The larger piece of paper in the middle there, the black check, is from the Briarwood collection, which is also one of the ones I am trying to use in the month of September. So just a reminder, I film my videos a month in advance, or try to. So I'm actually making these videos in September, using mostly my September How to Kill a Kit with Style. So I'm just picking some papers to back my photos in, and then I'm going to create my embellishment clusters. Now this is a weird layout, not the sketch is beautiful, well done Brooklyn. No, my use of the embellishments is a little unusual. In the Indigo Mist collection they had a few more sort of wintry themed bits and pieces, so like there's some gumboots and some scarves and an umbrella. And so I thought those would suit these photos because it's winter, we're outside. Addison is all rugged up in this photo. You know, she's got a blanket on, she's got a beanie and a hoodie with the hood up. And then Lincoln is only in a long sleeve t-shirt and a short sleeve t-shirt because he refuses to wear anything to keep him warm. In contrast, Danny is in a, puffer jacket that we wear in the snow. So, Lincoln just does not feel the cold. But I digress. So I was putting the sort of wintry things on this layout. And then they also have like 3 different beetles in the ephemera. I don't know what they were going for with those. They're like what we would call Christmas beetles in Australia. I don't know what you call them in other places, but anyway, they're beetles, and so I just put them on this layout because we're outside and there would have been bugs. We're going with it, but it's unusual. But I wanted to get them used and I didn't have any other way to use them, so they've made it on this layout. So I am layering out my papers to create that sort of center feature piece. I'm using 1 extra layer of papers than the sketch calls for, but I just felt like it needed 3, or I wanted to use 3. I cover a lot of it up. So you don't see much of the green in that sort of 3rd layer of those paper strips. So I've stuck that down. I do end up popping all of my photos up on foam, just because I felt like they all deserve to be popped up, so I do. But I'm just kind of figuring out where I might put my embellishments. I'd already sort of pre-planned this. I pre-planned most of my layouts now. I never used to. But now with kids, it's hard to find time to turn the camera on. So when I have time to turn the camera on, I need to be really efficient in my filming. And the way that I can do that is to have pre-planned my layouts to a degree. It just means that I can make the best use of my time because I can potter around it and sort of play with my layouts in, 5 or 10 minute bursts when Addison's sleeping or, the kids are occupied or whatever. But the actual filming process takes, 20 to 30 minutes per layout. So I need a big chunk of time to do that. Same with the voiceovers. I can only do those on the days that Lincoln's at daycare and when Addison is sleeping. So I've got limited time for the editing for the voiceovering part. So I do my best to, get everything done. And it's working. I think it's working. I have 15 videos, or 16 technically videos in September, and I'm doing my best to have all 31 30 Days of Sketches videos done for October. So yeah, we'll see how we go. It's early days. I'm up to day 10. But my plan is to have them all finished. I've sort of planned up until day 17. So I should definitely have until then, but after that, it will be a surprise for me as it is for you. But I'm hopeful that I will get all 31 days. I've never done that before. I've never done a video every day. And Jess will still have her DT videos come out, so there'll be a lot of content from us. But yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. So as I said, I'm popping up all of my photos on foam, and then I'm just going to stick my embellishments down, and I'm sort of staggering my photos. I do move that photo of Addison on the right hand side down just a tiny bit, just so it's not quite as high up. It's still not kind of in the middle of the page, if that makes sense. It's still on the top kind of half, but I do move it down slightly. So I'm basically just going to stick all my embellishments down, and then add my title and do some splatters, and of course we're done, as per usual. I can't do layouts without splatters. I did for a while because I had no mists downstairs, but it didn't last very long. I bought my mists downstairs. Thankfully, we have a glass top on our kitchen table. I'm sitting at our kitchen table right now, so there's a glass top there, and which is super easy to clean. So it doesn't really matter if I get splatters sort of everywhere. So I'm just adding in those bugs. I end up moving that blue one. I was going to put it on the right hand side of the photo, but I decided to add it back into the cluster. So that's what I'm doing now, getting a little bit of foam to stick the bug down. The bugs are random, I agree. I do agree. But I was determined to try and kill as much of my How to Kill a Kit with Styles for the month of September as I could. And so they were making it on a page. Come rain, hail or shine, they were making it on. I've done pretty well so far. I haven't broken into my Briarwood collection yet, so we'll see how we go there, but I have had a good crack at the other two Rosie Studio collections that I had, so Indigo and Mist, and the other one was called Warm and Cozy, but that was a rebrand for the Reject Shop here in Australia, so I don't know what the actual collection was called at Rosie Studio. But yeah, I've done fairly well. I haven't killed it yet, but it's early, still early days. We'll see how we go. I only had 6x6 paper in both of those two Rosie Studio collections. So it's just Briarwood that I had the full 12x12. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I'm hopeful though that I'll give it a red hot crack, and try and get a couple more collections out of my stash. So I think I've said this before in a lot of videos, so this won't be new to many of you if you've watched me quite a lot already, but I'm scrapping downstairs on my kitchen table while Addison's little. It just works better for me. And so what I'm trying to do is, as I bring sort of a couple of collections at a time down from my upstairs craft room, I'm doing my best not to take them back up, so to try and use them in their entirety, and it's working very well. If I don't say so myself, it is working very well. So I am going through stuff much quicker than I did last year. It also helps that I'm not buying as much stuff. I've really not bought that much stuff this year, and so yeah, it's going well. I am looking forward to Christmas, where I might get some new supplies in. I've bought some boring things, needed but boring, page protectors, cardstock and adhesive, which we need. They're not quite as exciting as buying new supplies, but I haven't bought that much new stuff. I've, of course, bought the new Coco Vanilla Studio Storyteller collection because I buy everything the Coco Vanilla Studio releases. That's an auto buy. In fact, it's the only auto buy designer that I have, really. There's certainly other collections that I really enjoy, but they're not auto buy for me. But Coco Vanilla Studio, I will put out everything Zoe creates. It's amazing. So I'm just adding my title using some older thickers that I had in my stash. So I decided to spell out Playground Adventures. I wanted to go for long words to use up a lot of thickers. I have a lot of thickers. That is one thing I hoard. And so I'm doing my best to try and use some thickers up. So yeah, I'm trying. I need to do a few more of my layouts that use up like the old thickers that I can't make words from anymore. So I need to do a little bit more of that, but I am trying to use up thickers in my stash. But you see, I buy them, more quickly than I can use a pack. So I've only bought a couple this year. Actually, I bought a few from Kmart, of all places in Australia, and they've been great. So if you've not had the Kmart Alphas before, I recommend checking them out. But yeah, I buy them often, which is not often, but you don't use full packs of thickers very often. So I certainly buy a lot more than I use. So I'm adding my gold Marabou Art Spray and my navy Heidi Swapp Colour Shine, and then we are finished. So everything for 30 Days with Sketches will be linked in the description box down below, including the playlist for this hop, as well as the link to the Facebook group. So go and check it out. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.